Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Taptakanjana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Prashavan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Karma Sindhubhya Ucha. Patitanam Bhavanebhya Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Asadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Kumkarati Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Nitripatam Band Shri Gurundanataram Paramanam Sri Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. So, can everyone hear?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear.
Yes,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
pranam, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, this desire for prestige is like a prostitute eating the dog's meat. And she has a friend. She has a lover. Who is that? Deceit. Even if we get rid of everything, if we don't get rid of this, if we don't get rid of this desire for honor, prestige, and name and fame, then what happens? It is like one mosquito is enough. She'll get another female mosquito and they'll breed thousands of mosquitoes in 1 second. So, so Raghunath Das Goswami is telling, then all the, with her lover, this prestige, desire for prestige, honor, and name and fame. With when the moment we have it in our heart, we try to show we are. I'm talking to myself. We try to show we are more than what we are actually. Right? We try to show more than what we are. We try to pretend. Then everyone, all that will give birth to all the anarthas eventually. Like 10th offense, intention causes the 9 offenses to to come into existence. Likewise, this one thing if we harbor, we will, everything will come back. Correct. So we should take shelter of devotees actually, since a Guru Maharaj, spiritual master, and we should take shelter of senior devotees, pure devotees, Srila Prabhupada, and prayed, please protect me, this is not leaving me, please help me. Then what they will do? They will drive away. Actually, when Krishna sees us sincere, Krishna will drive sometimes Krishna will drive away from the heart. But we need to have a strong desire to drive away this anartha. When Krishna understands, we are trying to drive it out, but we are unable to. Now Krishna will appear. Hey, chalo. Now, Krishna means what? I was reading actually Srimad Bhagavatam. Kamsa is very powerful. Can you imagine? Kamsa? That Putana, Trinavarta, Sakatasar, Bakasur, Agasur, Yomasur, Kesi, Arishtasur, they all have taken shelter of, shelter of Kamsa. Means imagine how much more powerful Kamsa is. That Kamsa was just like that killed by Krishna. When Kamsa saw Mushtik and Chanur were killed, and Krishna killed Kolyapida. So, after when Krishna killed, so Krishna has entered into the arena means what? He has killed Kolyapida, the elephant. Then the Mystic and Chanur, they are like powerful wrestlers. These are tender boys. Everyone is telling you how much cruelty. These guys will pulverize. These are small boys. They are very powerful professional wrestlers. And Krishna and Balram, they just like that kid. Then Kamsa saw that, immediately got up. Arrest Vasudev, arrest. Put them in prison. Put Ugrasen in prison. So he got up and he was blabbering. Krishna jumped onto the arena. Immediately Kamsa took the sword. Imagine, Kamsa has a weapon in his hand. Who can do anything? I was surprised to read. Krishna just, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead actually. So Krishna was, and Kamsa was actually not prepared, adjusting his sword, and Krishna grabbed him. Of course, Krishna has three modes in his hands, and he threw him from his throne to the this ground, wrestling arena, wrestling ground. And he just saw, damn, 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 he died. It's simple. Not that he fought with him for 28 days, bows and arrows, Brahmastra, Indrastra, Varunastra, Rudrastra, nothing. So he pulled him onto the, wrestling arena, and he's like, he has Supreme Lord in his universal form. He has, he occupies the universe. That is his weight. He sat on Kamsa and hit on the chest. Before anybody could understand what has happened, Kamsa died. Hare Krishna. That is Krishna. So we should take, my Lord Krishna. Oh, Kamsa Nishudana. What is that? Dhenukar is Balram. Oh, Kamsari. Oh, enemy of Kamsa. You know? Yeah. Sakadasar Samhari, O Putana Samhari, Agasar Samhari, Bakasar Samhari. Please protect me, my Lord. These anarthas are not going, my Lord. That is actually next verse is that today only we'll see. We have to pray. Please, please, please. Otherwise, what? Recently somebody sent a message. How soon people forget the dead people? Still we won't impress you. You won't impress them. The moment you die, next third day they forget you. What is the fun of impressing them? You all agree? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Why? And what is this world? Envious jail filled with only envious people. And we are trying to impress others. Hey, look, I'm much better than anybody in this jail. Who cares what happens in the jail? I'm talking to myself, sirs, ma'ams, Matas and Prabhus. Nobody cares. Why Raghunath Goswami is using such heavy words? Bhaktivinoda Thakur calls this name and fame and prestige is like a boar dung. People pass stool in India, this pig comes and eats. It's like a delicious substance. And it passes stools. Means what? Stool formed into stool, Hare Krishna. Of all the in the pig family, who is the worst? Boar. Boar dung. That is name. I am recollecting all to create what a heinous substance I am holding in my heart. So that when we think this is bad, When we think it is rotting, when we think it is foul odor, it's generating foul odor, smelling, we develop a distaste for it and try to get rid of it. I was reading some, some book recently. This person is a doctor and he's talking to his friend doctor, and he says his friend wants a hospital to be named after him. You know, he wants to invent something and he wants to put his name to it. In medical research, like Louis Pasteur, pasteurization. Even if you remember Louis Pasteur after 3, I don't know how many years ago it happened, but if Louis Pasteur has gone to hell or is condemned as a tree, you think of you call Louis pasteurization. Pasteurization, does it make any difference? Uh-huh. You're listening, right? Prabhupada says one of the prime ministers of India became a dog in Switzerland. Dog doesn't live more than 7, 8 years, maximum 11. This is like Prabhupada time. Prabhupada himself he left the world how many years ago? 44 years ago, 43 years ago. This is 44th year. Means that dog has already progressed to next species. When I go to India, I see billboards and his name is sometimes I say, you know, I laugh at myself. I laugh at it, then I laugh at myself because even after knowing this, still we harbor impurities. So when we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna will drive them out, drive them away. Krishna will drive them away. Who are these two? The honor, the honor, prestige. I'm a senior devotee. I cultivate people. People listen to me. People should listen to me. I'm a temple president. I'm senior. Then, array, what is it? What senior? Sinner. How many times you have taken part in illicit sex, intoxication, meditating, gambling? Hare Krishna. I'm talking to myself actually. So, if we have done it, then we should be humble. Then only Krishna will help. I'm talking to myself. My Lord, please protect me. So, then what happens? This desire for honor is uh, this desire for honor is the root of deceit and pretentiousness. I'm from this, I'm that from this college, I'm from this university, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm a professor, I'm this, I'm that. I'm in America for this much long. When we don't have it, it is a what do you call it? Frustration. That is also same. Why I didn't do that? And I wish I could have got it. Then that is means we are looking for it. What Krishna has not given. Then we become a pretender. That becomes a big tree. And we have so many bad qualities. That's why humility is very important. Humility is very, very important. Unless this is deceit and unless that prestige, that bored and the woman of eating dog meat, unless they are removed from the heart, Bhakti Devi will not enter the heart. Bhakti Devi will not enter the heart. They may give powerful classes. People may come and tell, "Kya class diya humne?" You know, I'm honest with you. This Ramana, if you remember the cobbler and the Brahmana story.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Believe me, I used to think I'm a cobbler, you know. And Narsinghdev and Prahlad's story, whom do we side with? Prahlad. Thinking that how bad is Hiranyakashipu? Yeah. So Narasimha Swami came and killed Hiranyakashipu. So we side with Prahlad actually. But not knowing we have Hiranyakashipu or we are Hiranyakashipu. I'm actually at least, I'm talking to. With all the things I have done, I'm talking about myself. I have no qualification to talk about you all. There is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, Tanaham dishata kruram samsareshu naradam kshvam yasram asubam asurisveva yonishu. Those people who don't have faith in me, I'll cast them into the lower and lower species, Arjuna. If they don't believe all these words of Bhagavad Gita, they are lowest of the mankind. Asurisveva yonishu. I'll cast them into demoniac species. But I would quote this verse like anything. Recently I thought, what about you? Where do you belong? Huh? So first time I felt this verse is for me. Then the fear started. Not that I'm telling him, so I don't have that. No. I remember the last week I told the tiger story. Hey, come. I'll teach religion. But come closer. And you can take shelter of Pandavas. These impurities are not going away. Eh? You can take shelter of Pandavas. Arjuna. Arjuna has so many names. Arjuna, Falguna, Partha, Kiriti, Bibitsa, Dhananjaya. No? So Arjuna is very big. Take shelter of Arjuna. Bhima. Or Maharaj Yudhishthir. Or Nakula Sahadeva. Please come and protect me. Please drive away these impurities. You know, these lust, anger, and greed, these 6 enemies, they've arrested us, and they are actually beating us up. They are choking us to death. Please protect Arjuna. Please protect us. Please. And then we are bathing in donkey urine. This donkey urine is actually so hot, it is burning my body. Please protect me. Save me. Then I'm eating this. I'm actually enjoying with this dog eating prostitute. And we have given birth to so many. I myself deceit and she is a prostitute, name and honor. We have given birth again last time. What should we do? Huh? Association. Association of devotees. Association of devotees, we get the spiritual energy. Krishna Shakti vina tarana hi parivartan. Krishna Shakti vina tarana hi parivartan. We need Krishna Shakti. Without Krishna Shakti, we cannot. So during what is that? During Keturi festival, all the great devotees were all anointed. Narottam Thakur, he was actually son of the king. His mother's name is Narayan and Santosh Dutt. Santosh Dutt, I forgot his father's name. But anyway, his mother name is Narayan, I remember. Anyway, once, but Narendra Das said, I'm not interested, He gave up, and his brother, cousin brother became, that is actually Santosh Dutt. He became the king, but Santosh Dutt, surrendered his life to Narendra Das Thakur. And they arranged, they were receiving all the devotees. When devotee would get down from the boat, they had, I think, this Ganga flows, and every devotee is received garlanded, chandan is applied on the forehead. Please come, 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 come. Devotees are received. What is his name? Uh, you know, actually, bhakti is exhibited by. I mean, the glory of the bhakti is revealed by devotees who practice it nicely, not giving classes like this. Of course, someone has to tell that anyway. Because I cannot apply that. Krishna told me just speak like a parrot. So anyway, they were all receiving, and they were embracing devotees with gratitude. So when a senior devotee embraces junior devotee, the spiritual potency transfers. You're listening? The spiritual potency transfers. In the similar way, if you embrace a sinful person, you will also get their lakshana. You'll get their impurities. But if you serve a pure devotee, if you serve a pure devotee and embrace him, and they embrace us, the spiritual potency is transferred. One time, this is just long before I joined full time, Jayapatak Swami came to Singapore. So he considered me as a struggling sadhaka, and he called me and said, "Hold this danda." He gave it to me actually. Hold this danda. I held it. Then devotees came and I thought others also should get that. Somebody came and said, "Puji, can I hold it?" And I gave it. Maharaj said, "No, no." You became angry. "Give it back. You hold it." I said, wow. So actually I felt bad, I offended upset Maharaj. And he said, "Give it to me, So, Maharaj, he has a ring. He would touch on the forehead. So the gurus, they embrace. When a guru embraces you, you get a spiritual energy. Bhakta pada dhulyara, bhakta pada jala, bhakta bhukta vaseshati no mahabala. The dust from the feet of a devotee. Sorry, the picture has to go down a little. Basically, this devotee is actually taking the dust from the feet of a devotee. When we take the dust from the feet of a devotee, means what? When we consider ourselves servants and take the dust from the feet of a devotee, what happens? We get mercy. And we get spiritual potency by which we get rid of the impurities. Naishamadista Udrukramangrim Mahisham. Naishamadista Udrukramangrim. Spasadyanardhabagamo etadan. Mahiya Sampadarajavishyakam Nishkinchananan Pradyan Avranita Yavat. Who is telling this verse? Prahlad Maharaj. Unless you smear your body with the dust from the lotus feet of a Vaishnava or Vaishnavi, there is no deliverance. Doesn't mean, when we push them on the ground and take the dust. No, become servant of servant. And when we do that, the deceit is going away. Can you see that? That person who is going actually is deceit. So when we take the dust, when we take the dust from the feet of a devotee, we make progress. We get spiritual potency. Then I told this verse, I'm sure many of you heard, but I'm sure some of you did not hear. Listen, Srila Prabhupada, and the see Krishna said there's Mother Malti and Shyam Sundar, Gurudas Prabhu, Yamuna Mataji, and Mukunda Maharaj and Janaki. These three families went to London with nothing. See the power of Krishna, power of Guru's blessings. They moved into John Lennon's estate. George Harrison, put them in John Lennon's estate, one of the richest suburbs of London. Srila Prabhupada went. Prabhupada stayed, Prabhupada cannot stay there in any place more than 3-4 days. So one day Prabhupada was walking, he got on the car, walking to, so I think there is little distance. So he was walking to the, what do you call it, portico? So he got on the car, he was walking, all the devotees were got, also they all got down and they were walking towards with Prabhupada. Suddenly a cat came. This cat was falling close to Prabhupada's feet. Prabhupada entered, his room and sat in an easy chair. And all the devotees came inside. The cat sat at the feet of Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, this cat was a great yogi in the previous life, did a mistake. And this cat is looking for the mercy. He's asking for the mercy. Prabhupada put his feet on the head of the cat. Wow. Next day, cat disappeared. Means what? Cat, whatever the aparad, it's gone. He has gone to either, he went back to Godhead or the next higher destination. Hare Krishna. That is the power of Srila Prabhupada's dust. Bhaktapada Dhuli or Bhaktapada Jala. Anyway, so one more example. Prabhupada stayed 3-4 days and he had to go. Prabhupada came out and he said, I tried my best to give Krishna's mercy to John Lennon, but he was not recipient. He was not ready. Whatever I could not give, I'll give it to these trees. And there are these Ashoka trees. They're tall, right? Prabhupada went and embraced all the trees. They are there on the both side of the pathway. And Prabhupada embraced a few trees and left. Next day, storm came and only those trees that Prabhupada embraced, they fell down. Means what? They were all delivered. Hare Krishna. That is the touch of a devotee. Bhakta Bhukta Avasesha Tino Mahabala. Narad Muni, he was actually, in the previous life, he was actually a son of a maid servant. He was eating the prasad. He was eating the remnants of Bhaktivedanta's first canto Srimad Bhagavatam. What happened? They gave him mantra, they gave him the remnants, and they gave him bhakti process. And because of their mercy, Krishna removed his mother untimely at a young age, and he left the world. He left his home, not world, I'm sorry. He left his home, went towards north, walked towards northern direction, and he just meditated. In 6 months, he got darshan of Paramatma. And the voice told him, Paramatma's voice told him, try your best. I have given you my darshan only to increase your attachment. Invoke your attachment. But I'm sorry, you cannot see me. The people who are attached to temporary pleasures of this metal world cannot see me. That's a powerful statement. Huh? Many times I thought, I am attached to temporary pleasures, sir. Then Krishna says, Paramatma says, you cannot see me. No problem. I'm still attached to temporary pleasures. Fool, Krishna's voice says, rascal number one, you have been attached like this since time immemorial. Prabhu, one time he said, Grostha, right? He only can say, I can never say this. The Ganga bank, both sides, how many grains are there? Sand grains. How much of, grains of sand is there? Rasibu said, that many left us, we are married, we have a wife, kids, I mean husband and kids. I said, wow. Still we have a strong desire to enjoy this material world. You are all listening or not?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So then how do you come out? Take the remnants of a devotee. Bhakta Bhukta Avaseshatino Mahabala. You get strength. You get the strength. And you go forward. You should finish and go back to Godhead. What is your enjoyment? 35 seconds Rasgulla and 40 seconds Gulab Jamun. Some other pleasure for 20 minutes. Some other pleasure for 15 minutes. That's it. And the rest of the day is only suffering only. You all agree. Whole day, there may be happiness for 15-20 minutes. Or maybe 1 hour. 23 hours suffering only. We feel very happy when there is no distress. What is the pleasure in this world? Absence of distress. That's it. So Krishna is taking Brahman's foot wash. Sudhama, Brahmana. Understand the value of devotees. We quarrel left and right. Quarrel with devotees, right? Means where we should get mercy, we lose the mercy. And we commit offenses and we fall down. This is Maya's trick. Hare Krishna. And when we come and, converse with the devotee, we inquire and serve them and we ask questions, then the potency, spiritual potency transforms from one heart to another heart in that conversation. Then that dog-eating prostitute and her lovers deceit, they run away from our heart. Then what happens? Then we go to the next verse. Yata dushtatvam me dayavati satasyapi kripaya yata mahyam premamritam api dadati ujjvalam asau yata Sri Gandharva bhajana vidhaye prerayati mam tata goshte kakva giridharam ihatvam bhajamana. So 8 hours, now no more heavy stuff, over, soft over. How many of you are happy? No heavy verse.
Hari Bol.
This verse onwards only, Raghunath Goswami, after removing all the impurities, now he'll talk about this love. Radha, Gandharvika, Gandharvika means Radharani. Radharani, he talks about this love. Even though I'm a cheater, the Lord's mercy can drive away my inherent wicked nature. Give me the glowing nectar of divine love and inspire my heart with the process to worship Sri Gandharvika. Who is Gandharvika? Radharani. Therefore, O mind, with pleading words, you should worship Sri Giridhari here in Vrindavan. So, we should worship Gandharvika Giridhari. Gandharvika is Srimati Radharani. Giridhari is Girivardhari, the person who has lifted Govardhan. Krishna. So worship Radha and Krishna. So what is Raghunath's question telling? Though I'm a cheater, he has full faith on Lord's mercy. The Lord's mercy can drive away my inherent wicked nature and give me the glowing nectar of divine love. Though I'm very bad, Krishna's mercy will drive away my wicked nature, deceit, and uh, and uh, that Krishna's mercy will give me divine love and inspire my heart with the process of worship of Srimati Radharani. So, my dear mind, I'm pleading you, please, कृपा करके थोड़ा, ये गिरधारी को वर्शिप करो ना. So, my dear mind, please worship Giridhari in Vrindavan. Giridhari in Vrindavan. So, Kakwa, the helpless, destitute practitioner's expression. So, what is Kakwa? Means humble plea. कृपा करके मेरे को भी थोड़ा वापस लेके जाओ ना. Sorry, actually I forgot. This story, what is it? So the Krishna Shakti Tarna Parivartan. So Narottam Das Thakur, of course, the every devotees were received. I just went back actually. You know, first who sang that day? Raghunandan sang. Raghunandan was melting everyone's hearts. By just singing, Hare Krishna Mother, they fasted all day. Then who sang? Narottam Das Thakur. After Raghunandan, Narottam Das Thakur sang. When Narottam Das Thakur sang, who glanced at him? Jahanav Mata. Nityananda Prabhu's concert. She was glancing at him. So the mercy transferred from her eyes, from her vision into the heart of Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur, that interaction happened, that made the kirtan so. Raghunath Kirtan himself, devotees were wow. But once Narottam Das, once, what's her name, our Jahanamata glanced at him and infused his kirtan, his spiritual potency by her glance. That's it. What happened? Panchatattva manifested. It's almost 100 years since Lord Chaitanya left the world. And after Lord Chaitanya left, all these Sarvadana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana, everyone left. Actually, nobody was there. They all manifested from the altar. They all came. Prataprudra Maharaj, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Mukunda, Narahari Sarkar, all the devotees. How many of you think it should happen, to us, your father, your great grandfather, whatever, What happened? Lord Chaitanya descended, from spiritual world in that Khetri festival. Not that they were distant, they saw in the, in the sky, horizon, they were, they just became part of they became part of the kirtan. Hare Krishna. So the point I was telling you was, what is her name? Jahana Mata infused Narottam Das Thakur's heart with her spiritual potency. That's what I want. So, coming back to this verse, uh, we should have kakwa, helpless, destitute practitioner expression. So, when you're so fallen, destitute means anatha, orphan, you Now, why is Raghunath Goswami is considering himself as a destitute, anatha? Because yes, we come alone, we go alone, there is nobody. It appears there is somebody. You know? But yes, we have somebody. Krishna is there. You know, those of your families within the metal world, you have your family members. And you have Krishna. That's great, perfect. You know. Um, what is that? We are kakwa. Kakwa means helpless. Vrindavane viharatur iha keli kunje. Mattadvipa pravara kautuka vibramena. Sandarsayasya yoyor padanaravindha dvandvam videhi Mai Devi Kripa Prasida. Devotion that is free from the deception is always combined with the attitude that I'm extremely destitute and rich. 1 minute. So, so what is that? So Raghunath Rupa Goswami is writing in Gandharva Samprarthana Ashtakam. So what is he telling? Oh Radharani, you are roaming freely in this pleasure groves of Vrindavan, enjoying, Krishna's prema, like the greatest of intoxicated elephants. Oh Radharani, please show me your face and the face of your beloved, and kindly bestow your mercy on me. You know. So, and what is that? Then, oh Devi, Srimati Radharani, falling on the ground like a rod, Dandavat. I am extremely distressed soul. Beg you in a stuttering voice. Stuttering voice, please help me. You know, really piteous mode. What can I do? There are 6 enemies. They have arrested my neck. They arrested us with a rope. They have arrested us with a rope, and um, they've arrested with a rope, and they're choking our hearts. And what is that? The donkey urine is actually, falling on my head, burning my body. And I have a, prostitute, the dog eating prostitute as my, you know, concubine. When I'm here, paramour, and we're enjoying. Oh, Radharani, mother, please help me. Oh, Gandharvika, you know. Oh, Govindanandana. Oh, Radharani. Oh, Govinda Mohini. Oh, Sarvakanta Siromani, please help. You know. Oh, Devi. Oh, Krishnamai. Oh, Radhika. You know. Devi Krishnamai Prokta Radhika Svaradevata. Sarvalakshmi Sarvakanti Sammohini Para. Krishnavanja Purtirupi Korya Radhani Atami Radhika Nama Purani Evakani. Oh, Radharani, please, please, please. So you should beg. Actually, why bhakti is very difficult for Mayavadis? Unless we are humble, we cannot fall at somebody's feet. That is actually why. That's why, in the Bhakti tradition we always say servant of servant, and we train children in offering obeisances. When we are offering obeisance to somebody means you are great, I am small. That is great. You know. Mm. Syame Rama Ramana Sundarata Varishta Saundarya Mohida Samashta Samasta Jagadjanasya Shamasya Vamabhuja Bhadratanum Kadahum Tvam Indira Virala Rupa Bharam Bhajami. Oh Shyama Radharani, Shyam's beauty surpasses the beauty of Lord Narayana. What is Krishna's beauty? You know, what is Krishna's beauty? Narayan's wife Lakshmi ji also attracted to Krishna's beauty. And Krishna's beauty enchants the whole world. But that Krishna, how can I worship you? Who is with Krishna all the time? Even Lakshmi Devi looks for this form, your form. Krishna is sitting next to you, putting his arm around your shoulders. So we'll continue on this next week. Any question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all good, Shila Prabhupada Gurudev. Thank you so much for nice class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have a question. We talked about respect at the beginning of the class. So I heard in one of the Grahastha classes that to have a healthy marriage life, actually wife should respect husband, and husband should give love and care to the wife. So in that case, if husband is expecting a respect from the wife, is that like a deceit, Prabhuji? Is it come under that category?
Family life. Actually, that's why there should be, in Christian traditions, there are premarital counseling and postmarital counseling too. In India, parents would tell. Nowadays, parents also don't know. Someone has to tell these things. Because suddenly, what happens in the marriage first 6 months, first 1 year, these things, this type of things, actually before marriage, this type of things should happen. Or at least first 1 to 3 months. When the marriage is set on proper foundation of respect, and it will go on very smoothly actually. But what happens, familiarity comes after 1 year. Means you'll know the other person very well, and other person will know you very well. So unfortunately, by that time, respect has not been cultivated. Then, even if you tell, even somebody comes and tells, it's difficult. So, for example, you can't tell your college-going son what to do, but you can tell your third-grade son, right?
Yes.
So, likewise, of course, better late than never. Somebody is willing to learn. We should always. There is nothing wrong expecting, but if it is not coming, if you expect, then it will bring problems. You should give me respect. That doesn't work, especially in family life. What happens is. Okay, I'll tell you example. One person, no names, he started doing this actually. In a love marriage, what happens? Both are equal, and this type of things won't be there. So he felt, he wanted to bring Mataji to Krishna consciousness. Then he started respecting her suddenly. She was bewildered first, because he cannot ask her to give respect. Then he started respecting. Then she understood, and she started respecting him. So respect begets respect. If other person does not, if other person is not giving and you're expecting, it will create trouble actually. Understand this is my karma and go forward. But you respect it, and pray Krishna will give eventually. If it has to happen, eventually it will happen. But at least you respect, because respect begets respect. But if you keep on looking for it, then it will come out one day from your mind. And if the other person is not willing to do, then it will create trouble.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Does it answer your question? But
Yes,
then usually what happens, both become devotees, because in that bhakti, to make progress in bhakti, Prabhuji, respect is very important. Right? Trinada Visunichan, what bhakti? What respect? Trinada Visunichan is height actually. Humbler than blade of grass. How difficult it is. At least start respecting, right? So unless you apply Trinada Visunichan, there is no deliverance. Scriptures are telling Lord Chaitanya. You should start at home.
Yes.
Prabhu, I'm in a class. Call me after 1 hour. Very well. So, because when you expect it and people are not giving, there is a saying: don't demand respect but command respect. Means what? You behave in such a way, other person tends to give respect, but it doesn't happen tomorrow. And I'll tell you a wonderful thing I read somewhere. When we are utilizing our position to exercise power and control, we are weak. I'm honest with you, I'm the best example. When you utilize your position, people are respecting you because you have a position. Means that they don't have any respect for you, for what you are. For example, temple president, or a senior devotee, or I brought you to Krishna consciousness, Siksha Guru. Why you brought me? I wish you could not. Somebody else would have brought me. People should not think like that. Means people are respecting you for your position. Means they have no respect for you. Means they have seen some hypocrisy in you, maybe. Anyway, we think it is our karma, and you start respecting everyone. Actually, if you don't expect, it will make you a better person. You'll not be miserable. Actually, you'll not be miserable, for sure. Expectation creates stress. Expectation creates misery. Because if reality is far, expectation makes you miserable. If you change your expectation, if you minimize your expectation and no expectation, you will be blissful.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But if you're sincere, start respecting everyone. Krishna will convey that message through some lectures, through some devotee to other parties. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any other question, comment? I'll tell you, when somebody respects you for so long, suddenly they withdraw, what a pain it creates. You have to get along with that. It's miserable actually. But Krishna wants you to go through that. Telling you with experience. There is a saying, there is a song in my language. Where you used to sell flowers, now you cannot sell firewood. But a person who is honored or dishonored is worse than death. But when Krishna wants to humble you, Krishna will do that. Then what you have to do, you have to alter your, you have to change your course. Sometimes you have to. I don't know why I am telling this. I'm sure you. I don't know whether you understood or answered your question or not. There's a nice saying. One day a battleship is going. This is battleship of America, and they got another from other side. Another. So they understood. The captain understood. We are going head-on collision with this boat. He sent a message. Hey, this is battleship of America. Go away, give us away. Other person respond. He didn't say battleship. Other person responded. You change your course. We will not change. This person became angry. You're you're a simple merchant ship. I'm a battleship, a navy ship. Government, right? So he didn't say you merchant ship. So that is his opinion because he is navy ship of America. He's immediately saying he sent a message. This is XXXX naval ship USA. Immediately message came from the other side. This is lighthouse. Means what? You're coming and hitting the lighthouse. You whoever you can be, I don't care. We are lighthouse. It's a stationary building on the shore. You change the course. Immediately this guy changed the course. He is humbled. So likewise, sometimes we have to change our course.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I mean, ideally, so many things everyone should follow, but unfortunately, Kali Yuga. This is a Kali Yuga. So what happens? I mean, we have a proverb actually. The translation is this: don't hurt others, don't hurt yourself. Somehow or other, sneak around and run the show. Anyway, whatever I told that. So don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others. Somehow sneak in, like go under the water. If under the water under the mat. If you pour a water under mat, water is not visible, but water will come on the other side of the mat. Okay.
Yes,
Any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Prabhuji, you were mentioning about expectations. How do we change from my expectations to Guru and Krishna's expectations, especially in times of distress?
We are not on that level to have an idea about Krishna's expectations for us. But simple, I can tell you, even gurus and Siksha gurus, they will tell you only, just minute to minute, 9:30, whether you should go, you should drop your son to the school, or you chant your rounds, or you cook, or you attend a conference call. That no one will tell. Minute to minute, nobody. So okay, you have to change your rounds, follow four regulated principles. But Krishna has given you intelligence. Krishna is there in your heart as Paramatma. But simple thing, Krishna has given intelligence. You change your lower your expectations, minimize your expectations. World will not change. Krishna was ready to teach Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. The all Duryodhana and party, they were holding bow and arrow because they blew the conches. Battle was about to start. Krishna spoke 1.5 hours Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna was thinking this preaching will transform the hearts of Duryodhana. No, Krishna was preaching to Arjuna. Duryodhana did not change. World will not change, Amma. We have to change. Somehow or other, if the car is coming in the opposite direction, you cannot stop your car and what is that? Call 911 or 911 or start arguments. There is not that much time. You have to escape. Means you have to come on the shoulder only. Let the car pass away. He will have problem, no doubt, because he's in the wrong road. You are in the right road doesn't mean anything. Because other person is violating. Minus into minus is plus only in mathematics, not in our regular family life. I mean, regular life or family life, any life actually, regular life. So simple thing, you lower your expectations. You reduce your expectations. You minimize your expectation. If you ask me, it's not working, you make your expectation zero. Okay, you'll be happy actually. Understood?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Any other question or comment?
Prabhuji, can I share a comment, Prabhuji? Prabhuji, what you mentioned for that the previous questions answer, Prabhuji, that was absolutely amazing, Prabhuji. And I remember hearing this many years ago when you came to Alachua. I asked the same questions when I was going through some painful situation that, two of the families whom we were cultivating right from the beginning, after 16 rounds, they went to somebody else and they didn't even let us know that they're getting initiated. So I was in such a pain. That time you gave the similar answer, Prabhuji, and that really worked, and it is very effective, Prabhuji. The changing the course and taking it as a purification. So I'm eternally grateful for that, Prabhuji. So just wanted to bring that point. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Any other question or comment? Actually, Mother Teresa, she has a very nice way, I'm sure many of you heard this. People are envious, people throw stones at you, but love them anyway. Likewise, they don't reciprocate, they don't have respect for you, but serve them anyway. So respect them anyway. Likewise, she has written. I mean, that is her experience in the material world, actually. And we see that practically every day. But simple thing is, what works in this world is Trunadavi Prabhu. This world is designed to frustrate everyone. Nobody is an exception. People come to Krishna consciousness thinking Krishna consciousness is the happiest thing. Yes, it means you came to Krishna consciousness only yesterday or 2-3 months ago. But those devotees who have been there in the movement for more than 1-2 years, they know. It is not true. In Krishna consciousness, you are coming closer to Krishna fire. If you're fully purified, you become fire, you can live with Krishna. But he is still in the body of a blood, flesh, and marrow, and go close to fire, it will burn. You want to live with Krishna means you should be like Krishna's nature. Yet, what is that? Madbhavam sodhi gacchati. You want to attain Krishna's bhava, means nature, should become like that. In other words, we should get rid of all the impurities. Telling is very easy, somebody is listening, but and at the time also conditioned soul, you should all excuse me for him. I'm trying my best. Any other question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it today. So one solace is next week onwards, no more display of impurities. Now, next 2-3 verses, just Radharani. This is Prayojanacharya speaking about Radharani. I don't have qualification, but I'll try. Thank you very much. Dandavata Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki
Jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanvat Pranam.
Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Hare Krishna, all blessed Prabhupada Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.